Hello everyone, welcome to AKS IAS main Shikshna free initiative. This is Santosh Koka. Today we will discuss one important question. Before that we will check small information related to UPSC CSE new batch which was started recently 20th October. So standard material and interview guidance, all India test series and personalized mentorship, India's renowned faculty are the key features. So for more information you can call these numbers. So let's take today's main section of free initiative, that is question for 4th November 2024, subject related to art and culture. Discuss the significance of granting classical language status in preserving India's linguistic heritage and promoting cultural diversity. Very important question recently seen in the news regarding the granting classical language status. From that only we have framed this question. So 3 steps before writing is our important strategy. Within 1 minute we need to identify different question tags and keywords here, right? First step, that is first step. So here what is the topic? Classical language status is very important topic related to art and culture, right? So next, how many question tags are, how many parts are there? Only single part. That too only single question tag. Discuss means like a debate, we need to provide positives and negatives also, right? So coming to keywords here, significance is very important keyword, right? Here significance means role or importance, right? Importance we need to write here as a positive aspect, right? So other than that we need to provide some important negative aspects also, right? Like challenges also we need to provide here, right? So first of all, in the particular keywords we need to identify the particular information here. Significance of granting classical language status in preserving India's linguistic heritage and also promoting cultural diversity. We can divide these two important keywords while talking about significance part, right? So let's create some structure here. First important thing is significance, right? Significance. Here we can divide two parts. First of all, in preserving India's linguistic heritage, and also second, cultural diversity, right? So next important thing is we need to give some at least 2 to 3 challenges, right? Next important thing is needed measures, because this, even though it is a historical type of question or history related question, we can include these type of challenges and needed measures because the particular question are mentioned, the keywords mentioned in the question are related to contemporary issues or present issues, right? So here we need to include this particular strategy structure, right? So next important thing is brainstorming. Within 1 minute here we need to recall important aspects or keywords related to our topic here, right? So here first of all we need to mention current affairs events. Recently some important languages granted the classical language status, right? So that need to include here, whether it is in introduction part or body part, right? So next important thing is what is classical language status. Also we need to classical language status, what is, in which criteria, based on which criteria they will provide this type of status, right? We need to mention that. So and also key points also we need to include some important whatever we have linguistic or particular classical languages, right? Whatever Tamil and Sanskrit, right? Importantly, right? So for example we have some important initiatives. Rashtriya Sanskrit Samsthan also is there, right? RSS, right? Other than that we have some important conferences also, right? So International Tamil Conference was held in recently in 2022, right? So otherwise we have some classical languages centers also. We have, for example, classical language, the Classical Telugu Studies Center at Hyderabad University, right? Very important. These type of institutions or centers are important initiatives we need to include here and there, right? So let's start our introduction part by providing some current affairs intro here, right? So whatever we have seen in the recent news, that is the Union Cabinet recently approved classical status for 5 languages, right? So that is Marathi and also Bengali, Assamese and Pali, Prakrit, right? So these 5 languages have been given the classical status recently, right? So just we can mention this as a introduction part here, right? So otherwise in the background part here we can connect our particular classical language status on which criteria, on based on which criteria this classical language status is conferred, such as, for example, age of the language, or literary sources, or richness, or historical significance, etc. we can mention here, right? So in the particular body part, we can start our analyzing or addressing our structural key parts. First important thing is significance, right? Significance especially of granting classical languages in preserving whatever we have India's linguistic heritage, right? Linguistic heritage, these type of keywords we need to address here as per mentioned in the particular question, right? So as these side headings, we need to give whatever mentioned in the questions only, right? So next, here we need to address some importantly cultural continuity we have, right? Based on this giving the granting of classical status, language status, cultural continuity will be happen. Classical languages, whatever we have Tamil, or we have Sanskrit, right? So these embodies India's rich literary and philosophical traditions also. For example, recent efforts to document ancient texts like whatever we have Tamil Sangam literature, right? We can give these type of examples here which aim to make this knowledge accessible for future generations, right? So next important thing is language revitalization, also very important. Language revitalization is also very important significance regarding India's linguistic, or promoting India's linguistic heritage especially, right? So here we can talk about Sanskrit, especially Sanskrit, which supported by some initiatives, whatever we have Rashtriya Sanskrit Sansthan, right? RSS, etc., right? So here Sanskrit was recognized since some few days, right? Few generations, there has been a resurgence in its study and use, supported by initiatives, these type of Rashtriya Sanskrit Sansthan, right? So next important thing is significance of granting classical language in promoting cultural diversity. Here we need to identify this particular keyword, right? So here we can talk about regional identity, right? Regional identity also very important thing. Classical languages strengthening the regional cultures. For instance, here we can talk about Tamil Nadu especially actively promoting Tamil though through its educational and cultural programs, right? So we need to mention these type of examples, right? Next important thing is cultural exchange, also very important. Cultural exchange, here we can mention that international Tamil conference was happened recently, right? That is also very important, was happened in 2022, right? So these are highlighting the Tamil's global cultural connections here, right? So these languages enrich cultural dialogue across the India, right? That is the main important thing. Next, educational opportunities, also very important significance part, right? Strengthening these particular educational opportunities also. Classical status leads to more research and scholarship, such as whatever we have Classical Telugu Studies Center, also we have Studies Center we have in Hyderabad University, right? That is also very important thing, right? Focusing on ancient Telugu literature especially here, right? So these type of issues need to include here. Other than that, we need to identify, or we need to address some challenges, few challenges before concluding, before providing some measures here, right? So first of all, challenges part, awareness need to include, right? Awareness or accessibility, especially here we can talk about, because reports indicating that only a small fraction of the population reading the classical language or literature, especially because many people remain unaware of classical languages, right? That is first important thing. Otherwise, we have funding issues also here. We have funding issues. Projects aiming at preserving these languages often face financial constraints because these are delaying vital initiatives like digitization, ancient manuscript we have, right? manuscripts and all, right? So these are the very vital initiatives are delaying because of these particular funding issues also, right? So next important thing is we have neglecting the non-classical languages, also very important. Neglect of non-classical language also very important, because some few languages, other regional languages, like for example we can talk about Bhojpuri, right? Bhojpuri may not receive the same level of attention, risking their cultural heritage here, right? So these type of examples need to include here and there. Next, coming to finally here, we can talk about some needed measures, right? Needed measures here, we need to provide some solutions, right? Upcoming to solve our challenges or problems, right? So first important thing is digital preservation, we can talk about here, right? So already initiatives like we have Bharatvani project was there, right? So it's aimed to digitize and promote Indian languages, making them more accessible, right? So these type of information need to include here and there. Next, public awareness campaigns are very important. Already we have written in the particular challenges part, right? Public awareness campaigns, very important. So here some festivals also of celebrating, right, classical languages can enhance public engagement and appreciation, especially, right? So other than that, we can talk about balanced recognition, that is also very important. So this also rewriting the particular Bhojpuri example of challenge, right here. So balanced recognition policies should support all regional languages to strengthen a more inclusive, we need to connect some more inclusive linguistic landscape, that is very important here, right? So these type of information or examples need to connect here. So finally, in the conclusion part, finally we can write about classical languages are not just relics of the past, or they are living embodiments of India's cultural and intellectual heritages, etc. If we follow above measures, we can ensure these languages thrive for future generations, enhancing our India's cultural diversity, especially cultural diversity on a global scale, right? Global scale, that is very important, right? Otherwise we can connect our particular G20 summit, whatever we have, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or these type of slogans or initiatives, we have some goals, we can connect here, right? So this is the perfect structure and approach according to the demand of the question here, right? Let's check today's answer written by Vidyasagar. Recently, Union Cabinet granted classical language status to 5 languages, namely Marathi, Bengali. Absolutely right here. Current affairs introduction. Very good. So next, coming to background part here, classical language in India, totally 11 languages, also includes Tamil, Sanskrit, Telugu, Kannada, etc. were written here based on recommendations. Linguistic Experts Committee of Sahitya Academy also, criteria also he has included here, right? 1000 to 1500 years age, right? Ancient literature or knowledge or something, right? Included here as an evidence, exceptional evidence, right? So next, it has its original tradition of writing and unique also. Its old form must be distinct from modern form also, right? These are the criteria mentioned here, and also some information related to classical language. Very good. So next, coming to significance part, government can provide financial assistance and set up center of excellence for promotion and development of the language recognition by the government. It promotes cultural diversity by setting up dedicated chain, especially for that language in universities as per UGC. Promote linguistic heritage by giving national awards to languages. Very good. It provides platform for the scholars for the research on the languages and as employment generation. Very good. Next, coming to linguistic heritage can be preserved through digitization, documentation and preservation. Already we have Abhilekha Patel portal as an example included here. Very good. So next, way forward, government should take steps to promote India's rich linguistic heritage globally with help of technological advancement like AI. Very good. Preserve the antique documents of classical language as an asset of future generations. Conduct regular workshops on the status of the languages. Promote research on the language through scholarly publications. Very good. Next, India, being a rich cultural and linguistic heritage, must preserve its intact through constitutional provisions by involving different stakeholders. Very good. Here, a very good conclusion written here, connection regarding our constitutional provisions also. Next, here something was missed here, that is challenges, right? We can connect some challenges like lack of public awareness, or we have some funding issues, or neglecting non-classical languages other than some regional languages, right? So we can connect some challenges here, 2 to 3. Otherwise, after that we can connect way forward or needed measures, right? Everything okay here, significance part, but here significance part, regarding significance part, we can address these two important preserving India's linguistic heritage and promoting cultural diversity separately in the significance part, two separate headings. Okay, so let's check the particular flow or continuity or important structure or approach missed, like challenges, etc., right? So remaining okay. So for this answer, 5.5 out of 10 marks is good, right? So here some important missed keywords are, for example, we can talk about International Tamil Conferences, or we have Classical Language or Telugu Studies Center in Hyderabad University, right? So we can connect here these type of issues, right? Other than we have regarding Sanskrit, Rastriya Sanskrit Samsthan we have, right? So these type of examples. Otherwise, we have also including Bharatvani project. Bharatvani project also very important, right? So these type of important keywords can include here, right? So anyhow, very good. Next, coming to day 113, main section of free initiative question for 5th November 2024. Analyze the implications of the aging population on social structures and economic dynamics in the southern states of India. Subject related to social issues, very important. Recently, we have seen in the news this particular issue, especially in the southern part, right? Southern states of India. So very, very important for the upcoming APPSC Group 1 mains examination and UPSC examination. So let's write your answer and upload in the AKS app. Thank you very much. All the very best.